very clear naman yung naging ruling ng ating presiding officer. And of course, no, bilang mga abogado, we will just comply with the order of the impeachment court. So sa atin, medyo risky na rin talaga kasi, no? And there are times when your questions also would put us in a corner to answer certain things that might delve into the merits. And it's not your fault, no? Of course, just doing your job. But because of the ruling, I need to discuss the matter with the Vice President. In fact, I want to apologize dun sa mga nakaschedule ko tonight and tomorrow na interviews because I messaged the people concerned and I begged off from the interviews. Kasi nga, mahirap na, no? Baka masampulan tayo sa mga penalties. But I appreciate, of course, the ruling. We, as the defense team, appreciates the ruling of the presiding officer. I'm sure you'll ask me whether we agree totally or not, but to be honest, we don't want to comment any further. Sa atin, yun ang ruling ng court at kahit naman sa regular courts, no, kung ano ang ruling ng court, susunod lang talaga tayo. Wala pa eh. Sa ngayon, wala pa. But I think it's important to have one, definitely. Of course, we'll consider yung suggestion ng ating presiding officer na in fairness to him, matagal na naman talaga niya sinuggest. So, and I've taken that up with the Vice President. So, siguro ngayon, meron lang sense of urgency.
So sir, by next week, may bago na ba tayong source? Or...
Hindi ko masabi kasi sa ngayon, I'll be very frank with you, wala pa tayong nahanap na spokes. So wala akong sinesekreto na may spokes na nahanap or what, wala pa talagang nahanap. So to be honest, I doubt no kung meron na next week. But may on my part at least no. Syempre this has to be discussed with the Vice President pa. But on my part, mukhang may sense of urgency dahil mahirap naman kung wala rin kayong nakakausap, di ba?
What qualifications are you looking at first? And second, kung wala pa rin po next week, what will be the remedy?
Well, one, someone who can really explain the process well, someone who can laymanize the process para sa ating mga kababayan, and someone who will be consistent with whatever the defense wants him or her to say, sa media para hindi kumbaga naguguluhan ng taong bayan natin kung ano ba talaga yung posisyon ng depensa. So, yun naman talaga yung basic quality, someone who can really communicate well. And when we say communicate well, it means someone who can laymanize this very technical process.
And a lawyer.
Hindi pa namin napag-usapan. So, of course, it's always easier to understand legal processes if you're a lawyer, but that does not mean, we're not trying to take anything away from non-lawyers kasi marami rin naman tayong non-lawyers na magaling rin mag-explain at mabilis maka-pick up, diba? So, ayokong i-box in to just a lawyer. But definitely, again, I'll repeat, I think there's a sense of urgency on my part to have someone speak for the team.
Sir, paano pa nag-insist si VP Sara? Especially
wait lang.
kanina po, during the explanation of Senator Chis Escudero, meron naman siyang sinight doon na not all party, may mga parties na commendable for, working around the rules of the visit. Paano pa nag-insist si VP Sara na kayo pa rin?
Well, tayo, susunod lang din naman tayo sa kliyente, but of course, I will also provide her with my opinion on matters. It hasn't been easy for me to also navigate yung ano ba yung merits na ano yung hindi. And I'm sure at one point, no, nagkamali din ako siguro in the past, and I'm sure in the future maraming pagkakataon na baka madulas ako at may masagot ako na hindi dapat. So I don't want to risk that because that would also reflect badly on the team, 'di ba? So this is something I'll have to discuss with her. But of course, at the end of the day, kung ano ang gusto ng kliyente, yan ang masusunod.
So hindi ko option sir na mag-give up mo yung pagiging member ng legal team at ikaw na lang mag-spokesperson?
Because we'll have to talk again, pero nung una po kasi kami nag-usap, as I've relayed to you before, binigyan ko siya ng options, yung mag-spokes ako, umalis ako ng legal team, or mag-legal ako, umalis ako bilang spokes, or to do both. And her immediate answer was that she wants me as her lawyer, and the option would be to look for another spokes. But in the meantime, since wala pa, ako na muna yung i-maintain ko lang yung trabaho ko na bilang spokes. But with the ruling now, I think I'll have to have a discussion with her again.
Sir, you have been quite careful in tiptoeing that very thin line, but it's no secret that it's very hard to contain the statements of the Vice President, especially when emotions are high. How do you intend to convince your client, or how does the defense intend, what's the strategy of the defense to stop her from making such statements, especially in ambush interviews in Davao City, in The Hague, and elsewhere?
Oh, well, yung statement niya kanina, I have my own position on the matter, no? But ayoko nang i-ventilate kasi nga parang hahaba yung usapan, and the impeachment court already gave its sense on what it felt the statement was. But perhaps this is something, honestly, strategy, wala akong strategy. We will just have to sit down and talk about it, and siguro explain lang sa kanya at kunin ko rin yung panig niya kung ano ba yung dapat namin gawin moving forward. But again, she's the vice president, she's her client, and siguro naman ang isang vice presidente na sinasubject sa ganitong proceedings, meron ring karapatan to a certain degree, no, mailabas yung kanyang mga saloobin. But as to whether that's sub judice or not, perhaps that's something that we can discuss further.
Sir, sa spokesperson, do you have someone in mind to suggest?
Wala pa eh. Wala pa talaga. I've been thinking about it actually for the past few weeks. Halos a month na nga yata. And it's not something that I've been thinking about alone. Even the Vice President and I have been discussing it, no, back and forth. Pero sa totoo lang wala pa.
May factor
Wala pang names even.
May factor din po kaya na you will be testifying for next.
Wala naman kasi yung pag-testify ko nung pre-trial pa lang alam na alam na namin yun. So it's expected. So wala namang akong problema doon. Kaya nga I think the presiding officer did not even see the need to issue a subpoena. So alam naman nating darating tayo dyan.
So are you ready for?
Yeah, because I already said my piece during the Committee on Good Government, no? And basically it will just be a repetition.
Attorney, kanina, nabanggit nga yung sinabi yung statement ni VP. And of course, hindi pa siya covered, ano? Kasi hindi naman-
Prospective kasi.
Hindi naman retroactive yun eh. Pero pinapasabihan siya ni presiding officer, of course, i-relay niyo sa kanya yan.
I will relay what the presiding officer mentioned earlier today, and then tingnan na lang natin kung ano yung maging usapan namin ukol dyan. Hindi ko pa I don't want to preempt kung ano yung sasabihin niya sa akin.
Apologies, sir. Pero kanina po, the prosecution said they are mulling the possibility of raising yung exceptions doon sa sub judice rule, especially the ABS-CBN versus Santa Juan case. Yung
Yeah, fair commentary.
fair commentaries po. Mag-o-oppose po ba ang defense in case i-raise yun ng prosecution?
Wala, sa akin, I don't see any reason to oppose at this point. Of course, I'm speaking for myself as a spokesperson, no? I need to discuss this also with the rest of the team. So, no? Ayoko muna magbigay ng categorical na sagot, but just to give you a quick answer, sa atin naman, if that is raised by the prosecution, we will just wait for the ruling of the court and we will just comply kung magkaroon naman ng pagbabago o wala, di ba?
Sir, realistically, knowing VP Sara, makakapag-comply kaya siya na huwag magsalita regarding sa impeachment trial niya?
Well, pag-usapan namin, ma'am, itong mga bagay na to ay, kasi actually, first time naman talaga nagkaroon tayo ng full-blown impeachment trial concerning her. So, pag-usapan muna namin, I cannot say kung realistically or what. I don't want to speculate. So, I'll just have a talk with her. I'll discuss everything with her. And then, tingnan natin kung ano yung magiging reaction niya.
Pero pagdating dun sa mga statement, do you think susunod naman si VP dahil, of course, statement naman yan, hindi naman ambush interview.
Hindi ko masabi. Hindi ko masabi sa ngayon. But, syempre, lahat naman tayo gusto mag-comply kung ano man yung naaayon sa batas and sa rules. So, it's just a matter of really, defining what is really sub judice or not, di ba? Hindi naman siya total gag order na wala kang pwedeng pag-usapan eh, di ba? It's just really kung ano ba talaga yung saklaw lang ng sub judice, which is really the merits of the case, no? Meaning kung ano yung contained in the pleadings, kung ano yung relevance ng mga ebidensyang pinipresenta, kung ano yung credibility ng witnesses, di ba? Yun ang manang sa cloud pag sinasabing merit. And that's also found in the ABS-CBN case. I think it's ABS-CBN versus Ampatuan, if I'm not mistaken.
Attorney, sorry, I have to ask lang po. Kasi si Secretary Castro, sinabi nga niya na may enough evidence that convict ni Sara. Do you have any comment?
I'd rather not comment. I'd rather not comment. But I did see that yesterday, but I'd rather not comment.
How about yung call po ni Congressman Terry Ridon na to start, yung ombudsman to start na investigation or case against Vinny Sara?
Well, I think that was discussed in the budget hearing yata. And these things naman these concerns are really brought up in budget hearings. I've experienced budget hearings myself, so that's okay for me. Wala naman tayong doon. Wala naman tayong issue.
Sir, sa cross kayo na medyo maikli lang ulit yung cross-examination with ASEC or Tonyo. And the same way nung kay Ma'am Gina Acosta, maikli din po yung cross-examination. Strategy po ba ng defense yun to keep it short, especially hostile witnesses naman?
Hindi naman po strategy. It's just more of kung titingnan lang natin kung aling mga punto yung kailangan nating i-clarify on our part for the better appreciation of the court.
Sir, kanina na-interview si Chairman Garcia, although I don't know kung sasagutin mo, sabi niya,
Comelec.
hindi naman...
Comelec? Tama.
Comelec,
Tama.
sir, sa interview sa DZMM, sabi niya na kahit na makonvict si VP Sara at mag-resign siya, tapos assuming mag-resign siya, pwede pa rin siyang tumakbo sa 2028 presidential election. Pinag-uusapan ba yung option na gano'n? Kasi considering may nagpapalutang na gano'n na may option na mag-resign, allegedly si
Hindi po. I think I can answer that categorically. Hindi namin pinag-uusapan ng Vice Presidente yan. Obviously, as a lawyer, naisip na namin matagal na that's one of the options. But, the Vice President has no plans of resigning as I speak now. And so, she has always considered the 32 million people that voted for her.
Sir, may statement si Colonel Lachica na willing naman siyang tumistigo. Sa ng depensa pag-usapan ito.
Hindi pa po, dahil iniintay pa talaga natin, katulad na nasabi ko kahapon, kung ano yung extent ng mga ilalabas na testigo at ebidensya sa panig ng prosecution. With Colonel Lachica, I stopped communicating with him because nga I don't want to be accused of tampering any witnesses. So hindi kami nag-usap. Nagulat din ako na meron siyang statement na ganun kahapon, to be very candid with you.
Matagal na po kayo hindi nag-usap.
Oo, with Colonel Lachica, with witnesses. Kasi mahirap na pag ongoing ang proceedings, baka sabihin, kinausap mo, baka kinoach mo, at yan ang ayaw na sana natin mangyari.
So, bago mag-start ng impeachment trial, start na
Di ko na maalala kailan ko siya. Kasi si Colonel Lachica and I never really worked with each other naman dahil hindi naman talaga ako naging OVP, diba? Consultant lang ako.
Pero yung sabi ni presiding officer, Senator Cheese, na kung hindi niyo siya papatawag at hindi rin papatawag ng prosecution, pwede niyang ipatawag ng impeachment court.
Nasabi niya yun kanina and he was citing a case, and so we will just submit to the impeachment court.
Ano yung worst case scenario sakaling hindi sumunod si VP Sara sa ruling ng impeachment?
Well, according to what was said kanina, and I'm just being factual, no? Kasi hindi naman siguro sub judice ito. According to what was said kanina, there are penalties kasi lalo na pag abogado ka. Pag abogado ka, pwede sila mag-refer sa Office of the Bar Confidant or yung IBP, or meaning Supreme Court, no? Para sa administrative case laban sa isang abogado.
Sir, when you take the witness stand, sir, as a witness, what are the limitations, if ever, sa part mo or no holds barred ka?
Sa akin, basta ayon sa personal knowledge ko, as you know, sasagutin ko, as much as possible. I don't want to, of course, invoke attorney-client kung hindi naman kinakailangan. But syempre, pagdating sa discussions ko, yung nalalaman ko na bilang nung naging abogado na ako ng ating Vice Presidente, syempre, yun ay saklaw ng attorney-client. Pero yung nung panahon naman na nasa DepEd ako, I think dapat naman sagutin ng mga tanong na yan. And I've always maintained that position. Of course, I cannot waive attorney-client, pero kung ang saklaw naman ng tanong, I think will be on DepEd at anong naging partisipasyon ko which was the AOM, no? Yung reply lang naman sa AOM, sasagutin ko naman yan katulad ng ginawa ko sa House. And I think tama lang naman na sagutin ko siya kahit dito.
Thank you po.
Thank you everyone. I don't know if I'll see you next week, but thank you. Ayoko magsabi ng kailangan pa namin pag-usapan. Hindi pwede kasi counsel din siya. Hindi, nag-uusap pa naman eh. So, yeah, okay. Anyway, thank you everyone. Maraming salamat.